Hey, 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 Big Dave, the Middle-Aged Gamer here with another episode of Enderal. Forgotten Stories.
I'll crush you.
Lovely. We are in the Undercity Arena, because it's that time again. And I'm probably not going to cut it short at the beginning like normal.
Yes?
Alright, let's do this.
Aye, we are. This time it'll be exciting. The Ringmaster plans to pair you with Raga Shadowclaw.
Should I know her?
No, but you will soon. She's an alchemist. Small tip from my side, don't let her tender appearance fool you. You'll see why.
She's a werewolf. That's my guess.
Aren't you eager? You know the drill. Go downstairs and warm up. The fight will take place in a couple of hours.
Mesdames and messieurs,
Okay, as soon as I get a chance, I gotta-
cordial welcome to the Dust Pit. You know who I am, I know
focus.
who you are, and above all, I know why you are here today. Because you want to see a fight!
What? Okay, that's my take on things. She's a freaking werewolf.
This is the fourth battle of the mysterious
And she's a
newcomer
4-star.
called the Prophet. But will it also be the last?
Should have placed my money on the Eterna. You'll live and learn.
Because this time we picked a special treat for him to feast on.
Yeah.
Mesdames and messieurs, you came for blood, and you shall have it.
Some folks just never learn.
Not bad.
Okay. Fire resistance. Okay. Let's pop a morning air potion. I popped the wrong one, but that's okay. We'll use a poison for once. Alright, let's look at our... Okay, I'm not worried about any of those falling by the wayside, and yeah, that stamina potion does not last long. Okay, healing potion, and an ambrosia. And a potion of woe. Here we go.
Some folks just never learn.
You know what? If we can do this quick, if we can do this fast enough, we can heal. told you this was going to happen, didn't I? Raga Shadow Claw. I mean, that was kind of an obvious conclusion there. Oh, no, you don't. You are not healing on me. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? I got her. Anything good? Glittering Shaman Amulet. Increase the duration. Okay. Silver Steel War Axe, Silver Steel War Axe, a Fire Wrath. Okay. And a Spell Tome of Treasure. Okay. Well, I did it, guys. Okay, so. First thing we need to do is we need to eat something. Let's eat some horse meat.
The father will know what to do. Look who's back. Not bad, not bad.
Did we just
I was
level?
expecting you to pee your pants after she did that little trick of hers. But no. You kept your cool as usual. Sure you don't want to start working as a mercenary? You could make more money that way. Either way, here's your pay.
I'm guessing you're tired of hearing me ask this, but any estimate on when the next fight will take place?
I had hoped you'd ask that. Aye, I do. And this time, you're in for a real challenge.
Another shapeshifter?
No. If you're man enough, you'll fight the beast tonight.
The beast?
Aye, the pride of the pit. And the good thing about it, even if you hack it to shreds, all we need to do is give it some elixir and have our necromancer stick it back together, and it's as good as new.
Oh, lovely.
I won't lie, though. It'll be hard this time, and chances are you won't make it out alive. If you do make it, though, it'll be worth your time.
Well, oh shit, we're gonna do it again? I need to prepare myself.
All right, I'll wait. But don't take too long.
Okay, we're gonna save. We're gonna hard save. Well, if it's undead, then I'm not gonna need poisons. I've got a fair amount of healing. Got magic for days. I don't have any soul gems. No. And we're going to attack that Silver Steel War Axe, a Fire Wrath, because, well, it's going to end up doing more damage than Euro's last words. And since we're dealing with an undead here, that should help all the more. Okay. We're going to save again.
What do you want?
I won't fight the beast.
Thought so. Well then.
Mesdames and messieurs, a cordial welcome to the Dark Pit. You know who I am, I know who you are, and above all, I know why you are here today. Because you want to see a fight? battles, 4 victories. But can the Prophet also oppose the beast that's been soaking this soil in blood for decades? We shall see. Unleash the beast!
Let's see you dance, Prophet.
Oh?
Enemy! Die!
Well, I wasn't expecting this.
You could do better than that. Any last words? Good. That's enough.
Damn.
Let's talk.
What the hell is this about?
Fair enough. This is better. Forgive me my dramatic entrance.
He's an Eterna. Hope you have a damn good excellent. What in blazes was that? Why did you interrupt the fight?
I was just about to explain. I'm Thero Naris, voice of the Father. I've been watching you for a while now because I'm looking for someone with your set of skills. And, our little encounter down in the pit erased the last doubts I had about you.
Voice of the Father?
That accent. You're an outlander, aren't you? Shit. Does that mean I have to explain who the Relata is to you?
You're some kind of guild that's controlling the Undercity, right?
Right. The Relata is more than a bunch of criminals, though. But we'll get there. Regarding your original question, the Voices are the military arm of the Relata. I'm sure you've seen some of us before. We come into play when a matter needs a strong hand to resolve itself.
So this was supposed to be some kind of test?
Indeed. Let me get straight to the point. I want to hire you for a mission.
Do I look like a mercenary?
Well, you look like someone willing to slaughter other people in front of a gawking crowd for a handful of coins. At least that's what you did down there.
Okay.
Don't get me wrong, I don't judge. The pit fighters know what they're getting themselves into. But after what I saw you do down there, I concluded that you're willing to do a lot of things if the pay is right. Or am I wrong?
Alright, fine. No, you're not.
Well then.
Fair enough, so tell me about this mission.
Well, actually, it's simple. I want your help in killing someone.
Well, we kind of figured that.
The Father.
Wait, the head of the Relata? Your leader?
Their leader. Not mine. When I was 6 years old, the Relata abducted me and a dozen other children. That is, they bought us. Shagun, the old cunt who owned our orphanage, she sold us like cattle.
The Relata abducted you? Children?
Us, and over the years, at least a dozen more. And we all came from the same orphanage. The refuge. And no, I have no idea what they did to us. I remember nothing.
Oh, goddamn. So you were an orphan.
Yes.
Wait, did you just say that the woman who ran the orphanage sold you? Why?
Why? Probably because the father shoved an ingot of gold up her ass for every child she sold.
Kinky.
But the flesh maggots got her a while ago, so she took her reasons to the grave with her.
Why would the father abduct children?
That's the big question, isn't it? At first I thought it was about child trafficking. You know, tender little knaves and girls for rich bastards. Ark's bigwigs. Yet now I've come to the conclusion that it must have been about science. Experiments.
You mean the Relata conducted experiments on you?
Only the father. As I said, I'm pretty sure you have the wrong idea about them. The Relata doesn't see itself as a guild of murderers, but as a faith. A sect. A cult, in other words. The blackmailing, the shadow tax, is how they finance the little community.
What do they believe in?
That the physical body is the worst thing that ever happened to man. It's a whole that needs to transcend. But we digress. If we're to work together, you'll soon have some rogue cultists telling you all this shit anyway.
I see. But you're alive. Does that mean you were somehow able to flee?
Kind of. After the father was done with us, he simply disposed of our corpses. This is also the first memory I have of that time after the abduction. Waking up in a pile of dead bodies.
Ah!
I don't know exactly, but I must have been somewhere between 12 to 14 years old. Still half a child, in other words. As you can imagine, I was a mess for the first few moons after that.
Yeah.
Once I was able to think somewhat straight again, I looked for help in the upper city. Of course, the guards didn't believe a word of what I said and sent me right back down into the caverns.
That sounds about right. I'm not sure what to say. That's horrible.
Many things are horrible. Still, they happen.
Wait, you told them that the Relata conducts experiments on children and they didn't do anything?
No. And frankly, it doesn't surprise me. I'm sure hundreds of ragged kids from the Undercity had come to them before, telling them horror stories about how much they suffered down there only to get a bed and some food. Also, as you may have figured out by now, the Order doesn't have any power down here. The Relata controls the caves, and that's how it will stay.
Yet now you're a voice of the father and intend to kill him, so you're some kind of infiltrator?
Correct. Let's put it this way. I came to realize that no matter how much I cursed and cried, nobody would come to my help. So I decided to take matters into my own hands. I told myself how to survive and how to fight. And years later, I entered the dust pit for the first time. One of the voices saw how well I could fight and offered me to study the Relas.
Relas?
Their codex, their holy scripture, written by the father himself. I shaved my head and became a scion, the lowest rank.
How long ago was that, your initiation?
8 years ago.
What, nobody recognized you? Not even the father?
The father doesn't bother with most Relay, especially not with the scions. Also, when they discarded me, I was still a child. Now, I'm a man.
So you're out for revenge?
Revenge? Yes. I want this monster to pay for what he did to me and the others. And I want to make sure that it will never hurt anyone again. Ever. One of the core beliefs of the Relata concerns the Day of Transcendence. It's the day when every Relame who's ever proven him or herself worthy leaves their body to continue existing as an immortal, immaterial being. And they also believe that this day is imminent, since the Father found a way to achieve transcendence for himself and for his lambs. In the weeks to come, it will set out an expedition to the Frostcliff Mountains. Since this expedition will be an extremely dangerous undertaking, he will bring along almost a dozen of the best mercenaries available. You will be one of them, and together, we will kill the Father.
The hell did we just get ourselves into? What, and you're telling me all this because you saw me fight?
I'm telling you this because I need someone who knows how to kill. Better than the usual cutthroat you find down here. And you seem to be that someone. Also, there's something about you. I can't say what, but I feel as though you're the right person for the job. Let's leave it at that.
What kind of expedition?
Well, the Relata spent the last 2 years excavating an old temple that apparently was lost in the glacier for centuries. Now, according to the father, this is where we'll find the key to achieve transcendence, but that's about all I know.
I'm not going to do any of that. And how can we convince the father to hire me as a mercenary?
By doing something that impresses him. As you can imagine, the Relata already has its stock of sellswords they rely on. But if we do something that impresses the father or the first seer, it might be enough to convince him to hire you. Look, I know how shaky it sounds, but it's our best bet. So, are you with me or not?
Yes, I'll help. If what you say about the father is true, he needs to face justice.
Absolutely. Meet me at the Wailing Tree.
His name is
2
Therial?
hours from now. Here. This will help you get back to the Undercity in case you need to return to the surface before our meeting. Stay safe.
Okay. What the hell did we just get ourselves into? Wow. Wait a minute. Before we do absolutely anything else, I mean, don't exactly use this. I keep forgetting about it, but might as well. So where exactly am I? Let's look at the map. Ah, the corpse pit. And that would make sense. It's where he found himself after the experiments. It's in the chest. Recipe for chemicum, some pennies, salt, and some spare parts. Alright, back to the marketplace. And back in the marketplace.
Isn't this nice? A sun child graces us with its presence. Conduct yourself, will you? This isn't the upper city.
In a bed. Sorry.
Stupid shit.
Hello, chickie. 3 pennies? Yeah, I'll definitely take that. Autosave. I'm a little concerned about the autosave. And this leads to the barracks. Okay. Right at ear candy.
Now, where did I put that?
Eating the last penny of it.
Hello, handsome.
You're not from here, are you? I heard you talk.
A penny, my son. Please, just one penny.
Residential barrack. And back to the arena. We're gonna make a hard save here. Because if we end up over our heads on this, I want to back out. Something I can back out of and go back to.
It's the Black Guardian. Don't you hear it?
There you are. Ready?
You know, wearing the garments of the Relata. How come?
What do you think? Because we don't want to draw any attention. If somebody sees me walking around with you, it won't be the end of the world, but I don't want to cause unnecessary problems.
Fair enough. What's the story behind that tree?
Tree? Oh, yeah, sure. The people down here call it the Weeping Tree. They believe that the Black Guardian, once a year, fulfills one of the wishes they write onto these notes. Superstitious nonsense, of course. They might as well send their wishes to the Blue Island Coalition.
I see.
Either way, ready to set out?
Ready. What's the plan?
First, a question. Have you ever heard of the Night of the Blind Daughters?
No.
A massacre that took place 20 years ago. It was at the Farmer's Coast, around midsummer. The farmers had just put out the lights after a long day's work. Suddenly, shrouded figures showed up out of nowhere, with steel masks covering their faces. They broke into the houses and killed anybody who dared to stand in their way.
Oh, jeez.
While they merely wreaked havoc on most of the farms, any family with a daughter between 12 and 16 winters was less lucky. All in all, these masked people took 10 daughters that night and carried them away. They were found 1 week later. They lay on the Penny Road, mutilated with their eyes sewn shut. 1 girl each mile.
Oh, God. What, the guard didn't intervene? At all?
They tried, but the few farm boys who were there in time stood no chance. These masked attackers were assassins, as deadly as the petrified and as brutal as lost ones.
But why?
To this very day, no one knows. However, there are theories. Do the names the Black Lieber and J.L. Tannerson ring a bell? The Butcher of Ark?
Tannerson, wasn't he some kind of serial killer who took his own life?
Yes. Thing is, in this book he left behind, Tannerson claims to have been part of a cult called the Black Libra. Even nowadays there are still scholars that deny its existence. But according to Tannerson, they see themselves as some kind of counterbalancing power. They make sure that malice and sin, they don't gain the upper hand in this world, and that the scales of good and evil thus stay in balance.
And that's why they murdered those girls? That doesn't make any sense.
Well, this is where it gets bizarre. Normally, the Libra only kills people who have already sinned. Tyrants, rapists, murderers, and so on. Which is also why the attack on the Farmer's Coast didn't make any sense, and still doesn't for most people today. However, the father has a theory.
So he's an expert on the Black Libra too?
Well, he does have an avid interest in them. Let's put it this way. He has dug up every little bit of information that there is. But we'll come to that later.
What's his theory then? Why did the Black Libra murder those girls?
According to the father, the Black Libra chooses their sinners through the dreams of some kind of holy child. The dreams are interpreted by the Libra's priests who extract the names and faces of evildoers from them. However, the child doesn't just see people who have already sinned. She also sees evil in its inception. Thus, the Libra might decide to kill a boy before he becomes a tyrant, or a girl before she gives birth to a murderer. I know, it sounds insane, but that's what it is. But apparently the Libra fully believes in this principle. The child is omniscient.
Wait, so these girls had to die because the Libra believed they would give birth to murderers?
So it would seem. Though according to the father, they wouldn't have just been ordinary murderers, but emissaries of the end. Whatever that may mean.
Oh. Pile of horse shit. They killed 10 innocent girls and believe they're doing good?
Yes.
I see. And just how does this relate to the Relata?
Simple. The father believes that the Black Libra knows the secret to transcendence. This is why he's been studying Tennyson's books like a madman. Especially one in particular, in which he describes the initiation ritual he underwent to become one of their assassins. And I also think that this temple in the Frostcliff Mountains is somehow related to the Libra. Long story short, apparently the pages of Tennyson's original manuscript describing the initiation ritual in detail were forcefully torn out, and the father wants to find them.
And you want me to find them, right?
Right. And I happen to know the only person who might be able to tell us their whereabouts. A man named Collian.
Who's that?
He was also an assassin of the Libra, and Tennyson's mentor. In other words, an unscrupulous piece of shit that did nothing but murder people for decades, guilty, innocent alike. According to the father, he was also the one who orchestrated the Night of the Blind Daughters. However, that massacre seems to have been too much even for his rotten conscience to bear, because he left the Libra shortly thereafter. He took on a new identity. He's been living as a beggar in the Undercity ever since. I saw him once. It's no wonder that nobody knows what kind of monster he is. He's gone completely insane. Drinks away every penny he gets his hands on.
If Callian left Libra after these events, do you think there is any relation?
Maybe, yes.
How do you know all this?
I have my sources. Let's leave it at that.
I see. So you want me to find this Callian and get him to tell me the whereabouts of the lost pages?
Exactly. If we bring them to the First Seer and I tell him how I couldn't have done it without you, he might consider hiring you for the expedition. That's the plan. Not the best one, certainly, but all we're getting.
And what if he doesn't hire me?
Then we'll need to improvise. Let's just hope it doesn't come to that.
Alright, where do we find Callian?
He currently lives in the communes. That is, if he isn't in some horse bed in the Silver Cloud right now or getting hammered in the False Dark. I'll let you do the talking. It's unlikely that the First Seer will find out, but the more you actually help me on this mission, the more convincing our little story will be. One more thing. Don't go easy on that scum. He might seem harmless now, but remember what he's done. And remember that those 10 mutilated girls on the Penny Road are just one more page in this man's book of sins.
Okay. Gods, it is dark in here. Okay, back to the barracks. Now, I know this video is starting to get a bit long, but I want to find a decent spot to leave it, and then we'll just follow the marker.
Bloody rats. Eating the last penny right out of your pocket.
To the marketplace. Sorry, Theriel.
Move along.
Is it important?
Okay. Communal barrack. You know what? We're going to leave it here.
After all these centuries, it's just
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to get the latest and greatest videos as they come along, and to help this channel grow. And this is getting interesting, you know. All right, this has been Big Dave, the Middle-Aged Gamer. This is Enderal, Forgotten Stories. I'll see y'all next time.